Hey, everybody. Okay, so one last thing to talk about. We briefly went over this with Ms. Nelson. Of course, it's okay to use Google. I mean, we're not, it's totally fine. It just depends on what kind of information you're looking for. Sometimes when you're looking for newspaper and magazine articles, and when you're looking for peer-reviewed journals, those you're going to hit a paywall if you find those in Google. And that's why it can be helpful to use the database, especially for the research articles and journals. But let's just show you how we might do this with Google Scholar. So I'm pretty sure it's just scholar.google.com. Okay, and we're going to type in autism treatments. Now, the benefit of using this, of course, is you have Google's search algorithms at your disposal, which is great. So what you see here is it defaults to sorting by relevance. So it's guessing based on your search terms what might be the information that you're looking for. Depending on what you are trying to write about, you might want to choose to sort by date to see the most recent publications first. And you see here it defaulted, it has checked include citations. So that's really cool. We talk about how convenient it is, and you wrote this on your chart that some of the notable features of the databases are that they include citations. And we know now, of course, that Google Scholar does as well. So if you decide, let's look at this top article here. Evaluating visual and verbal prompts, acquisition of grocery shopping skills in adolescents with autism. That is super specific, but let's just pretend like you're going to use it. You actually have a PDF of the research article here. But see how it says over here, this is from a different database, ProQuest. It's a short preview of the document. So again, this is what we talked about. You could hit paywalls here. So it's understandably a place that you like to start because Google is, of course, very easy to use, but you need to understand the limitations that you're not going to find everything here. And we also have here clicked abstracts. So let's switch over to everything. Okay. And here you can see before the title of the article, we have book. So let's click on that. And this is going to take you to Google Books, which may or may not give you the whole entire book. This is prompting you to buy the ebook. Let's see if we scroll down here. This keeps getting in my way. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, no thanks. Sorry, that was my problem. Okay. So you can play around with that. We're going to go back, though. And please come and talk to me if there is something you find that you need me to buy for the library. We can work that out. I wanted to say, so here's an article. Here's your citation button. And so you just copy and paste these depending on which citation method you are using. So again, Google Scholar can be very helpful, but you do have some other limitations. If you find an abstract or a preview of something, what you could do is then hop back over to our group in Mackin and try searching for it in a database. And maybe we'll be able to find it that way. So I think that's the basics. And let's just go to Google. Sorry, y'all. I just did that the hard way. We'll type in autism, spell it correctly, I guess, treatments. And y'all know what this is going to look like. We do have some credible websites here. So again, we're not trying to tell you that you only have to use databases. Autismspeaks.org. Now, just because it's .org does not mean that you want to use it as a cited information source. Okay, you still need to further look at it. You cannot assume that that's the best source of information. Any organization can get a .org. Here's the cdc.gov. We know that that is credible, so that's great. That's an information source that you can find and you don't need to go to a database. The National Institute of Health, totally fine. You could use that as well. But here you have top stories. So you may or may not want newspaper articles because those are just reporting information. Those are not the actual science or research articles that you might need. And obviously that will be a credible source. Here's WebMD. I would not cite that for here. Maybe it's a place you could start though. So anyway, you can see, you obviously already know a lot of these differences, but when you're doing your research, you have to really be extra critical about what you're going to choose to cite because of how you're going to be scored on your extended essay. So again, this was just a very brief overview of Google Scholar, and I'm sure you've used it before. So, okay, I think that's good. And come and see me if you have any questions. Again, if you find something but you can't get access to it, and I'll see if I can help you.